Is this better? Can you hear me? Hello? Okay, good. Just like it was just some settings in Streamlabs. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Does this work? Okay, good. Had to check on the screen. Yeah, this is the. I guess you notice this is kind of a rough skeleton that I made beforehand of the B-32. The engine I'm going to kind of do as a separate prefab to import into this. Simply because it's easier to troubleshoot the engine if it has problems, if I do that. Oh, 3x3 rather. I need to go to my documents and pull up the image. Review it. So it's already, I'm already at the point where I need to start angling back, looks like. This has to be the 2x3x4. Okay, there's that. Nice size dash. Oops, that's too big. That might not be 100% faithful, but it's probably good enough for what I'm doing. And that is just to make it a little bit easier to get out. Then you get in and out of the cockpit. That's good. Well, maybe not. Let's see. go back to the schematics for a moment. Yeah, it looks like it's perfectly round. The schematics. So, I'm gonna need this. Oh, this is, I'm just gonna take some shortcuts, you know, there where I can. And I'm gonna do some adjustment. Oh, what do you mean by my plan to make this plane? I kind of like to do the exterior first, and then afterwards I start on the interior. That's how I do most of my planes. Oh, it's a bomber. I just said it, and I'm not really sure how I'd modify it, but I'm gonna have multiple versions of this. Like one that would just be carpet bombing, and the other just carrying super powerful larger bombs. I might even do a version that drops a singular nuke in career mode, or I mean not career but conquest. Ooh, I already seen some minor issues here. I'm actually gonna spawn this in just so I can have a look at I want to make sure that the visibility is excellent. Ooh, I don't like this bit here, but the rest is fine. And other plans? Well, I might also do a firefighter version. And I understand that that's what they do with some ex-military planes. Have another look at the visibility. Yeah, that's better than it was. Not quite what I'd like it to be, but I think it'll do good enough for what I've got planned. And I guess in a pinch, I could also have it be a sort of troop transport. Just noticed some weird options in the setting, and beside your name and in Streamlabs, but it's just kind of moderation related stuff. So you should be good. So dragging that all the way here. And that creates a good chunk of the fuselage. Big size plane, yeah, parts of it do not fit in. The wing tips don't fit in the workbench. But you think this is big? This is like half the size of the Spruce Goose. That's for guns. Well, I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna look up the schematics again and see. I see one turret just in front of the tail fin, and looks like another one between the on top of the fuselage between the inner engines. At least that's what it looks like. But and the tail gun, but I don't see any others. And obviously, I'm going to add bombs. The carpet bombing version, I might sling a bunch of bombs underneath the wings as well. Just try to maximize the damage I can do. Boy. Shaping of this is not going to be fun. That's for sure. Which way? Oh, okay, good. I had to make sure that was oriented the correct way because I'm trying to create a bunch of lift. Finish up other types of things that look alike. So this is technically a rebuild. I'm trying to make a better version of something I've already made, basically. And then I made a B-29 and a B-50. So I think about rebuilding them because I probably could do a better job. You know, I think I'm going to go ahead and add just one more of this, just because I want to be able to maybe make as much lift as possible. And the more of the wing front pieces I have, the more lift I'll have. Playing this nice, yeah. And the exterior is the easy part. The inner workings, that's the hard part. So I don't really know for sure. It just varies from plane to plane. One of the factors is just how many engines and how complex it is. You know, there's a bunch of different factors that go into determining how long it'll take. Wait, hold on, I'm actually gonna use red for this part. And the red right there, that's gonna be the bomb bay. Oh, this is not a server right now. This is just single player mode. And I guess I probably did forget about what you said earlier about get on. Bit of a pain. By the way, I don't really know how to do public servers. Only private ones. Ones where you'd have to be friended and that's just the only type I know how to do. As for bombs, well, well, that would depend on the bomb size, because there's going to be multiple different versions of this that have different numbers of bombs. But some it'll just be just however many will fit in it. And I gotta raise the wings up to the top. And the wing root's gonna be about 3 thick. And the tip will be only 2 thick. I'm just trying to think this through. Gotta do some calculations here. Gash right there because I need it for the wing and the building. And as for the engine, I'm going to use the modular engine. This is the crank. This will be the crankcase that I want to use right here. 8 cylinders per row, just so I can save a little bit of room for the landing gear. I'm going to do the prefab separate and then import it in multiple times. Before I forget, I better add the gearbox. Thinking I might do 24-cylinder engine. Sure, that's a little bit more than what the real one had, but in this case, that might not be a bad thing. There. Yeah, I think that'll work right there for the leading edge. I always do the triangle thing for the leading edge when I do 3 thick. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and move it up there. Let's see, is that matched up? It is. Well, for VCO, this is a game called Stormworks Build and Rescue. Just to get a sandbox game where you build and operate vehicles. Right now I'm making a B-32 Dominator, which is a World War II bomber. And right now I just moved the wings up higher. Ooh. This part's gonna be a little tricky. I gotta actually lower this trailing edge by 1. Maybe one of these times once I get better at fly out, I might stream that game as well. And I'm trying to make the shape somewhat realistic. I know it's probably not going to be 100% real, but it'll be close enough. Got some notification on Twitch, apparently. I'm just going to check on my phone really quick. Not sure what it is. Through here. Just for the heck of it, I think I might go and install the pivots of the bomb bay right now. I'm doing numerous pivots. This kind of is partly as redundancy. Okay, that ought to be enough spots for the pivots. Okay, there. Oopsie, misclicked that one. And then Stormworks, you can get on Steam. The base game is $20 and it's $10 per DLC. That's a total of like 50, I think. No, 50 US dollars. That'll obviously vary depending on what country you are in. And I'm not asking you what country you're in. Partly because it's just not really my business. And in any case, though, I don't even judge people based on where they live, or even their race, color, or religion. Only their deeds. Okay, so I'm gonna have to delete this part, unfortunately. Now I'm gonna try to get this thing. Need to have some sort of boundary. Oh, there it is. Alright, tips on making a boat. Well, the first thing you have to be aware of is in Stormworks, if you make a boat, the entire thing does need to be sealed. You can't have an open top or else it'll count as being flooded. Some weird reason. And that's one of the most important things you need to be aware of for boat making. Although I'm more into aircraft than any other type of craft in the game. And as for complexity of this game, well, I will admit it does have a bit of a steep learning curve, but once you get used to it, it's actually not so hard. Just kind of, once you get a couple thousand hours, just start kind of getting an idea of how to build things properly. Just mainly based on experience. It's just like anything, practice makes perfect. Although you'll never really get truly perfect. But, you know, some kind of along these effects. Hmm. 200, 300? Yeah, that's wrong. You just have way too few hours. Although at the time I got it, I was a bit of a prodigy considering how few hours I had. Oh, I can't do what I wanted there. Now I'm trying to think this through here. How do I want to do this? No. This will be the area where I'm going to install the hard points for the bombs. I'm going to check the warhead size though. Just so I'm aware of what my limits are on this. So this is the large one. Oh, yikes. That is a small problem. That means I gotta have the Bombay take that pretty much the entire upper half. Just so I'll have room for the hard points for the nuke version. Battery engine? Well, that's actually a pretty good question to be asking there. Let's sometimes I like to have batteries behind the engine, but that can be a little questionable. So battery. One of the first things you gotta do is try to figure out a spot where it's not too vulnerable. For right now, I'll just set it here. In fact, I think I might as well go ahead and take a break on the body of the plane to actually, along with the wings, to actually make the engine, the prefab engine itself I want to use. So I'm going to clear the vehicle. Whoopsie, mistyped it there. I'm going to need a belt drive. And I'm going to need the cylinders. And if I really wanted to, I could just give it jet engines, but I want to make it somewhat authentic in terms of the propulsion type. Then we're going to need a clutch. It always bothers me. It has with the pipe thing going towards the engine first, and then I've got to add the coolant. That's I've got to run some of the piping in the cowlings in this case. But I'll worry about that can of worms when I get there. Uh-oh. I actually messed up slightly. Actually, it might be a better idea if I just have the coolant positioned like this. Yeah, we need manifolds. With modulins, and when you're going around the corners, manifolds are the only way to get the fuel and air going through the entire engine. It could be a little on the complicated side, but mildly. And next is the exhaust manifolds. And then the air manifolds. That's very important. So I'm just gonna have the pipe come down. But actually, I'll just have the pipe slip in from below. And here and have the exhaust, the fluid port right here. And then gotta do some starters. And then I guess I'll allow that one. At least I understand what you're saying. You know, see, I don't blame you. I know it's a lot to kind of, a lot for a beginner's brain. It took me like a year to master modular engines. So ooh, yikes, I still messed this up somewhat, apparently. Make sure what this is. That's the fluid pump. And oh yikes! I'm gonna have to invert the coolant manifolds. All right. Well, a lot of planes in World War II used air-cooled engines. I'm just choosing to make this liquid cooled. Oh, I gotta keep up with that? Well, you just gotta, when you do it often enough, you have it memorized. Part of it's just a matter of practice, like I said. I always like to use these 3x3s. Let's see, which one is that? B. That's actually the wrong way. I'm just trying to make it so that the connection is, or the piping is relatively straightforward and more efficient. Small battery for this specifically. Oh, this game to complete? Technically the game is still in development. So now I gotta do the logic for the electricity. And some alternators. And if you don't know what the alternators are, just think of them as miniature belt-driven generators. And then here's a microcontroller that I got from the workshop and then modified slightly to better suit my needs. I don't know what the FADEX stands for, but for the engines that use the 1x1 cylinders, it has never failed me. When it comes, I'm just going to ignore that. I always like to have a constant number, just forcing the alternators and the pumps to be on permanently. And it looks like I actually forgot the fuel manifold. So I'll go ahead and add that right now. And add pipe. And then the port. I'm actually just gonna add this one pipe here temporarily. It's just so I can do a test run of the engine, basically. David, I don't actually know how to start a public server. So that could be a problem. I'm just checking out all the things I know I need. But I have that. Well, it's technically optional, but I choose to do it all the time. And I'm leaving these spots open just in case I need more starters. Oh, that's for. Oh, yes, I do have Minecraft. Both, well, it's the Java edition and the Windows 10 edition and Switch edition, and also the Wii U edition. So, constant number. I'll have to do it on the underside, it looks like. He doesn't like that. So now I'm going to have that constant number feeding to the clutches for all of this. And I need a toggle. And a throttle lever. And yes, this is quite a lot. I'm just seeing if I have some. Okay, there we go. This is what I wanted. It's just something that serves as a means of having shortcuts. And these tank wall microcontrollers, they're just a blank. Because I often like to I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I have quite a number of aircraft. Now the base for the multiply, the multiply thing, I'm gonna have feed into desired RPS. There it is. Feed this into the multiply. Feed this here. And I need to give it electricity so I can do a test run. You know, just to confirm that it works. I'm choosing to use a generator. And yes, I have a bunch of planes and a steam-powered flying ship. And a couple helicopters, but I'm not really that good at helicopters. I'm just gonna look at the logic one more time, make sure I got everything. Toggle. And then I don't really have that many cars and trucks, and I don't use workshop creators. I've had a bad experience with workshop vehicles. Ah, good. And this is actually a fairly beefy engine. And I don't do supercharging because part of it is too much trouble and basically sometimes it updates the turbocharging actually breaks. There's a little secret here. So now, not two people know this, but if you add nozzles instead of the exhaust, the exhaust is actually rendered invisible. I'm just checking everything. And pressure, has to be expected. But I do have all of the DLC on this. I have a desk. I'm using a desktop. Let's see a message. Oh, it's not a Discord server that I'm in. But anyways, my desktop has a base clock speed of 3.6 gigahertz and 16 gigabytes of RAM, I believe. 1 second, I'm going to look at the properties really fast. Let's see. But yeah, I want to say it's 16 gigabytes. Yep, it's 16 gigabytes of RAM. This has an AMD Ryzen 5 5500 processor. There's a GeForce RTX graphics card in there. I'm assuming that's NVIDIA. And because it's 60-bit, 64-bit. Yeah, I'd say this engine is pretty much ready for me to just straight up import into the plane. Current video? What video? Oh, you mean the resolution? I'm pretty sure it's 1080p. I just simply don't have any devices that can physically output 2K or 4K. Oh, hold on, I gotta make sure. Okay, good. I didn't accidentally overwrite it. Yeah, 1080p is certainly not horrible, even by today's higher standards. As I'm deleting it's just to make room. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do the piping, and I'm going to delete that generator now, as it's no longer needed. Oh, whoopsie. Let's see. Oh, right. Why did I forget that I took the fuel tank off? Sometimes I forget this kind of thing. Check the alternator, and the infinite electricity is off. Well, with my job edition, well, with the one of the servers I'm on with for 1.20.4, I use the I'm trying to remember the name of the shader. But, well, actually, I was going through the edit instance so I can look and see what that one is. Oh, the photon is the shader I use for it, along with the urban resource pack. That like it to look more realistic, and it's the only one I could find that had the weapons and tools have smooth edges. The jagged edges on on everything just bothers the heck out of me. And the shader, well, it just makes a lot of stuff look more realistic. Same with the urban and resource pack. I don't know how many Minecraft versions those two, the shader and resource pack are on, though, unfortunately. Okay, now back to the plane. I gotta import that thing in. Oh, by the way, I gotta increase that gear ratio, crank it way up. Load the engine. Uh-oh. There's a small problem. So I'm actually going to have to open this. What do you mean it's a horrible mod? Oh, this triple figure? I've never used that one, but I'm perfectly happy with the urban and photon combo I've got going. actually better build the nacelles properly before I try, or at least a rough skeleton of them before I actually add the engine. Oopsie. Something's not right. Oh, I was pressing the wrong button. Or the wrong key, rather. Low NPC, so one of those potato ones, apparently. That's quite alright. For the longest time, I was stuck with the potato NPC as well. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That is not nice for... Yeah, no F-bombs in here. Now, as I am trying to keep this at least somewhat kid-friendly. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that should be an okay design for the nacelles. Break apart. I don't like doing that. Let's see what I'm dealing with here. Yikes. That's actually further there. That's actually further back in the nacelle than I wanted it to be. Looks like in this case I don't have a choice though. But wait, hold it. I might be able to squeeze it a couple more forward. No. Actually, yeah, I might be able to. If I edit the manifolds. I should go back to that engine and edit the corner manifolds. Let's see. Sometimes I say that twice just to be sure. Oh, David, yes, but doesn't say we have some naughty language going on for VCLs and yeah, I get that you're getting mad, but still, I'm just trying to keep this, so it's, appropriate for most ages. In this case, looks like we got it within a block of where I want it to be by the looks of things. So I'll just go ahead and paste that there. But the price increased? One second, I'm gonna actually look this up myself now. Oh, one of my own, another one of my friends is, yeah, messaged me. Yeah, this friend of mine is DragonMan002. Yeah, I bet back on the Skunkworks server a few years ago. But sadly, that Stormworks server no longer exists. The owners apparently had some financial troubles or something. I'm trying to think. Ooh, I got an idea. $29.90. 1 second, I'm gonna look at this. It says $24.99. But that's US dollars. Look, the $24.99, that's what it says for me on the Steam right now as we speak. The $29.99, that's got, I think that's probably the DLC that you're looking at, on the total price on that. Unless you're living in a different country, which could be the case. So now, let's see. This is this one little decorative block. I'm trying to remember where it is though. Wait, hold on, that's not it apparently. Nope, that's not it. I guess I don't have it anymore. That's unfortunate. It was some kind of decorative thing. Yeah, as long as planes can do that. Landing gear is going to be a problem on this thing. Not sure how I'm going to do the landing gear. That want to make it so you tuck in properly. Yeah, I don't remember how high I need to, how much clearance I need. I've been on for about 1.25 hours. Lack of airflow? I'm not really sure what you're talking about. I like to use these kind of pivots for the landing gear. Kind of a rough guess is here. Manual start? What I can do? Well, I like to use the instrument panel thingy. I think because you can do switches. I like to have all the switches on the same panel. But lately I decided maybe I should, on the multi-engine airplanes, that I have this area behind the cockpit, that I should just make it so that I can just lock it immediately before I'm even in the seat, so people don't troll me. There's plenty of people who do that, just so you're aware. That might not be enough. This is a bit of a pickle. Probably do a couple more. Is that good enough? Sort of. I'm trying to get the main landing gear somewhat accommodated for. So let's have a look and see. Ooh, yikes. that sort of works. So I'm actually going to do a little bit of black magic with some stuff, metaphorically speaking. Let's see if that helped any. Where's it hitting? It's gotta be, I can't really tell for sure what it's hitting. Oh, yikes. That's a problem. That's really good right now. Just wait till you know the thing is actually flying. Alright, now I'm mainly focusing on the getting the landing gear sorted. I do got an idea though. If I lower that by 1, maybe? Let's see. That might work. Just try to get this thing to where it goes flush. Yep, I think that'll be acceptable. I'll just extend the inner nasals down by 1 to accommodate the wheels. The landing gear? No, it's gonna be well, I don't know what you mean by automatic, actually. I'm going to use a toggle to make it work. The lever, that's just that's just, you know, for tuning the gear. Yeah, it's just tuning. Maybe you're just going to switch it to a microcontroller that's activated via toggle. Let's see. Yep, that's going to work, I think. I try to make my stuff actually work correctly, which is more than what you can say about some of the vehicles I've encountered on the workshop. I'm going to temporarily turn off the mirroring so I can get this in properly. So, gear. Oh, hold it. I'm actually going to mirror it over. But there's one thing I should probably do right now. Gotta grab the whole engine cowling and stuff. Pasted. Did I get that flush? Looks like I did. So now I gotta move the pivot down. Oh, there we go. This toggle's only going to be temporary. Oh, that's right, it's already in there. And then this. Oh, I forgot merge. The batteries, there's just kind of backup batteries. Yeah, I need to merge this. But I don't need to worry about showering. This is like I already showered before I started streaming. So I could literally just go straight to bed when I'm done. Yep, that's perfect. Awesome. Now for an part that will be a little awkward trying to make. That is the landing gear doors. Those Giga's tuned can't be a pain in the butt. Let's see. Is that yep. There's a reason I'm doing that. It's just so I don't have to really make that many changes for the microcontroller as well I can. I just don't want to do any tinkering that I don't have to. So I'm going to need to have 2 of this. Per side, I might add. Wait, hold it. Oh, yep, I did it right. And I know this is probably a bit much, but I'm just doing it the way I've learned, I figured out how to on my own. I'm adding this there to try to help prevent the landing gear from collapsing. Drones and helicopters, and I don't have any kind of drone or helicopter in real life. Helicopters are hard to fly. Okay, so here I'm going to do a little sorcery. I know that looks kind of like teeth, but you'll see why I did it like that way. Sort of, my throat's acting a little weird now. Uh-oh, I forgot to turn the mirroring back on. Oh well, I'll just do this. Rebuild it manually. I kind of made a mistake and now I pay for it. Oopsie. Let's see. Oh, it's about 9:40 where I live right now, so you must live just in the. All of you must live in the U.S. just like me. Alright, let's get this hooked up. There's the doors. Alright, you have a good time. Let's see. I gotta test this out. Well, crap. I ended up achieving the opposite of what I wanted. Oh, that's what went wrong. I keep forgetting it does that. One little spot that I missed, and I got wrong there. Let me see. But this one I did not. So now I need to examine this. Ah, I see the mistake I made. But this time I think about actually doing a bunch of the tiny prefab tank. For the sole reason being that it's just it means I won't leak if I get hit. But then again, that might be kind of cheaty. Anyhow, looks like we got ourselves a good thing going. A landing gear's exactly where I want it to be. Let's see. I'm actually getting quite a lot done tonight. Actually, I like doing this. It's just my personal taste to the inlet part. Just to make it look somewhat more like a real plane. That's just my personal taste. You don't have to do it this way. In this case, it's just down to personal preference. Oopsie. I did not have it on mirror again. Seriously, what is wrong with me? Yeah, the landing gear operates smoothly. Oh, actually I do need to get the nose gear installed. Oh, what the hell, why don't I just do it now before I forget about that? Let's have a look, see how it's balanced. Ooh, good. Right about where I want it to be. That's brilliant, actually. Like this. Give these electricity. Now let's have a look. Uh-oh. So I did the pivot wrong. I better fix that. Let's see. I think I got that in there correctly. Box a little off somehow. I'm gonna do a sliding hatch in the rear underside. Actually, no. The front is probably better. Actually, let's see. Wait, hold it. Something seems a little screwy to me. I need to actually put it on a stand temporarily. So you can stand on the underside. I mean, actually that looks pretty flush. But will the nose gear come back out though? It does. That's good. Alright. Gearboxes need to be a 3-to-1. Oh, whoops, 3-to-1 I say, not 5-to-2. is though. I do like to make the builds be very reliable. It always just bothers me if something's not working the way it's supposed to. And I'm actually going to go ahead and delete these toggles. Oopsie, I did not want to delete the radiator editors though. Okay. That should be good. I know how good to do the piping. Well, for the fuel, I should say. Hold it. It seems I've forgotten something. But that's easily correctable in this case. Alright. So now that's corrected. So there. Here. And I'll figure the rest of this out later on, I think. Maybe tomorrow. But yeah, it's coming out very beautifully. Try something. Let's see if it works. I guess it sort of works. Well, I guess if you'll see, I guess. I'm just gonna continue thinking this through. I'm just gonna get this instrument panel thingy. That's how I like to do the switches, because you just simply get more efficient in terms of the stuff on there. You can see. That's what this'll be. Flip switch. Oop, that's my phone, don't worry. So 1. Oh, wrong one. 3 and 4. Oopsie. And then the throttle. These things here are just temporary. Just merely to test to make sure I've got this running correctly. Okay. Yeah, I know that the propeller is not as large as portrayed on the real aircraft. At this level, that just doesn't matter in Stormworks. In fact, with the light of the propeller, it's actually the better, as long as you do the right gearing. Okay, time to give this a little test run before I actually end this stream. Oh, I messed up somehow. test run. Wait, hold on. What's the clutch set at? Time to get this thing tested. Alright, let's have a look at the RPS. $60. Okay, that's good. Alright, I am not even going to try to fly it at this stage because it's not ready yet. Well, I don't even have the control surfaces. Yeah, we've made excellent progress. Got this thing able to at least turn on its engines, which is something. Anyways, folks, I guess that'll do it for this stream and video for those who are watching on YouTube. Bye, everyone.